morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this from. This is Cornelia Subinda with another video. So we are continuing on additional mathematics vectors. This is example question. This is the example question part C, where in the first question A, we answered 2 points on the line. B, which is question 2, we wrote the vector equation of a line. C, we wrote this. In this video, we are going to write the scalar equation of the line. So this video is going to be a bit long because I'm going to show you two methods in which to write the scalar equation of a line. There is one which is a very fast method, then there is another one where I need to do some answering. Okay, so we have been given that line. X is equal to 7 plus 2t, and then y is equal to 3 plus 3t, like that. 7 plus 2t, then y is equal to 3 plus 3t. And then they want us to write the scalar equation of the line. The first method is I'm going to use t. So this is method 1, where you use t. How do I do that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the top row, this part on top. I'll say x is equal to 7 plus 2t as one equation, and then another equation y is equal to 3 plus 3t as the second equation. Is to make subject in these two equations. So that would be x minus 7 is equal to 2t, then we divide by 2, which is 1 there. T is equal to x minus 7 over 2. Then this side we'll say y, alright? Y minus 3 is equal to 3t. After here, we divide by 3 both sides, so that we can find the value of t. So 3 can go instead of 1. T is equal to y minus 3 over 3. Why am I doing all of this? Why have I made t subject of a formula in this equation and in that equation? The reason being is that when you find t to be equal to something here and t to be equal to another thing here, we can equate the two things that we have found. So we can equate x minus 7 over 2 is equal to y minus 3 over 3. So we equate, that would be x minus 7 over 2 is equal to y minus 3 over 3. And then this would be 3 multiplied by x minus 7 is equal to 2 multiplied by y minus 3. Then we can just distribute the 3 in this bracket. It would be 3x minus 21 is equal to 2y minus 6. Then in this, so as you can see here, if you look very closely, are you seeing the way the equation is looking? Always remember that your m, what I mean is your m is to write it in this form. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That's the form for the scalar equation. So the c is not this side, but it's that side. And then the x is that side. This here, y is equal to mx plus c, is the gradient intercept form or the slope intercept form, and we do not want that. Okay. So this would be 3x minus 21 is equal to 2y minus 6. So this would be 3x, the 2y goes that side, minus 2y minus 21. We just maintain. Positive 6 goes that, negative 6 goes that side, becomes positive, it will be equal to 0. Then here 3x minus 2y, here what do we do? There are different signs, so what we do is we subtract, take the sign of the bigger number, which is a negative, and this will be 14 because we are subtracting a 6. Sorry, this will be 15, sorry. because we are subtracting a 6, this is going to be 15, is equal to 0. This is your final answer. So your final answer is 3x minus 2y minus 15 is equal to 0. That's your final answer. So let me quickly erase what we have done. So that's it for method 1. Now we are going to go to method 2. So method 2 is like this. Method 2, when you have been given this scalar equation, you write it in a vector equation form. So you say x, y is equal to 7, 3 plus t multiplied by 2, 3. Like that. So plus t multiplied by 2, 3. That is in the column vector form. And then we know this is called direction vector, represented like that. We need to know something called m. Direction vector, you multiply by the normal vector should give you 0. So direction vector here for this very vector is 2, 3. You multiply by a normal vector x, y, that we don't know is equal to 0. So this means we just multiply as they are, which is corresponding 2 times x and then plus. Because there's a plus here, if it was minus here, we would have done minus 3 times y. But it's plus, so plus 3 times y. So 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. Then here we find an equation. An equation is always y is equal to something something. So, an equation where you want to have gradient, alright? It's always y is equal to something something. Okay, so here it would be 3y is equal to minus 2x, like that. Then we divide by 3, y is equal to minus 2 over 3x. So this is the equation that you have right here, where we said direction vector multiplied by normal vector should give you 0. We multiply, it gives you that. And then therefore the normal vector is when you flip this. So normal vector is equal to, so here I said that the negative, just leave it with the 2. Since the number that was negative before you divided was the 2, put the negative on top. Because when you put it on top, you won't get confused. Look at what I mean. The 3 will go up and then the negative 2 will go down. So what can you note? This normal vector and that direction vector m is equal to 2, 3, and then the normal vector n is equal to 3, negative 2. What you can note are these, they are like opposite of each other. It's like the 3 has gone up, the 2 has come down. But always make sure that they have opposite signs. Or rather, if that was confusing, you're supposed to say, always make sure that one of them is negative, okay? If they are positive, make sure that when you flip them, one of the numbers is negative. So what I mean is that here there is negative 2, even negative 3 would have been correct. So since we found negative 2 here, let me use negative 3 just to prove that when you use negative 3, you still get the same answer. So we can clean up to create a space. Now the characteristics of a normal vector n is equal to a, b. So which means when we have our scalar equation like this, the coefficients of x here, and the coefficient of y here correspond to normal vector. The normal vector is negative 3, positive 2. So how should we write that? So just say, in place of a, we'll put negative 3. Negative 3x plus, because it's positive 2, then there's a y, plus c is equal to 0. If you follow very well, this is almost looking like that, if you are following up to now. Okay, so what should we do here? We substitute the position vector or a certain coordinate that we know. So this 7, 3 is a position vector. So it means we'll say negative 3 in place the position vector. This is the x coordinate for the position vector. So in place of x we'll put 7. Then in place of y we'll put 3 plus c is equal to 0. Here we have negative 21 plus 6 plus c is equal to 0. Now, as we can see here, if we do our algebra properly, we are going to have negative 15 plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, c is equal to 15. So this was our equation in the beginning. Now we found the value of c. Since we don't know the value of c here, we found it to be 15. Therefore, the scalar equation would, okay, first of all, we have negative 3x plus 2y. C is plus 15 is equal to 0. So as you can see, this equation is almost looking like this equation. It only needs one thing. You can multiply throughout by negative 1. You have 3x, negative times positive minus 2y, negative times positive minus 15 is equal to 0. So that would be your final answer. This is your scalar equation of this line. Thank you so much for watching this video thus far. This has been Cornelius Vinda with another video, and bye bye.